Hello, heroes. Joe Smith here. So, those of you that may know Joe Smith or may not know Joe Smith, some of you might be wondering, well, is Joe Smith just one of them Harbor Freight fanboys? That whenever someone says Harbor Freight sucks, Joe Smith goes and defends Harbor Freight because that's all Joe Smith uses from Harbor Freight? Well, Joe Smith's going to let you guys decide. He's going to let you heroes decide. Joe Smith's going. Joe Smith's already showed a kind toolbox tour video before, but for those of you that haven't seen it, go back and watch it. Joe Smith's kind of done some rearranging, got some new stuff since then. Probably need to do another toolbox tour type thing, but not going to do a full toolbox tour or anything right now. Just kind of little brief tour. That's a few drawers here. That way you know what Joe Smith really uses. So, is Joe Smith a Harbor Freight fanboy? Good question. And Joe Smith actually has another DeWalt grinder at the Moore shop, plus was Makita and Black & Decker and something else. But a couple of these is here in this drawer were auctions, or the two small corded ones were buy one get one free for $40 at Lowe's a few years back. One of the cordless ones was from auction. The other two toolkits. The two big ones. One was some sort of sale. The other one was like another auction or sale or that. I think it was. Not like a sale at Lowe's or nothing like that, but like a tool sale auction type thing. But yeah, well, as you can see, there's a bunch of old Craftsman cabinets. But I also got a Waterloo cabinet. That was like $30 at Lowe's because it had dents in it. And one drawer wouldn't open, but Joe Smith hammered the dent out good enough to fix the drawer. Yeah, the U.S. General top and bottom set, bought new several years back. Joe Smith outgrew the Craftsman ones and even added another middle section to all of them, as you can see, and still outgrew them. And just kind of looked at everything. Looked at Mac, Snap-on, Matco, Waterloo, Craftsman, Cobalt. Looked at Lowe's, Sears, online, everything. Didn't even think about looking at Harbor Freight. But Joe Smith was over at his mechanic buddy and mentor's shop one day talking to him, and what he recommended, and he walked Joe Smith over to his tool cabinet. His tool cabinet that the owner of the shop used, that Joe Smith's buddy with, U.S. General, just like this. He said he looked at everything too, decided that best quality for the price, best value on the market. He said he loved it. Weeks later, Joe Smith went and looked at Harbor Freight, did some more looking around at the other ones just to make sure. Another week later, went back to Harbor Freight and bought the U.S. General cabinet. Been happy with it ever since, not a problem. These Craftsmen, they're good, but they're the ones that don't have the ball bearing drawer slides. The Harbor Freight ones do and can hold a lot more weight, a lot easier. But to get a Craftsman one like this with the ball bearing drawer slides was going to be about 50% more at least. Anything else in the market, it's going to be double. at least. And even the Craftsman ones, the steel felt thinner, especially the stainless steel ones felt a lot thinner. So Joe Smith decided the U.S. General was the best bang for his buck. Some of you that work at auto shops might prefer something a little bit fancier than this. That's fine. Get what you need for the job you do. This is good enough for Joe Smith here. But get what you need for your job. If you're someone that just has 20 or 30 tools, a couple hammers, a screwdrivers, a few wrenches and sockets, and you just kind of need something, change some doorknobs or oil around the house or something on the weekends, and you probably go to Walmart and find something for like $50. That's good enough for you. Or you probably don't even need a cabinet. You probably just get like a little toolbox and throw everything in. But get what works for you. Some other tools here. 20-year-old skill saw that was like $20. I think it was like a Christmas special at Lowe's. Works just fine. Use it all the time. Still use it 20 years later. DeWalt level. Made by Stanley Black & Decker. Really nice level. Not a big fan of their 18-volt cordless batteries. Aftermarket Chinese battery that replaces those 18-volt batteries seems to be lasting longer, holds the charge longer, holds it longer sitting unused. Few months even. And just seems to be working better. Osa Tools got some Osa Tools product. Need to do a review on that. Osa Tools sent that a few months ago. Sorry, Osa, I keep forgetting to review it. All the Osa Tools did send that for free. And one other item, the other item Joe Smith sent for free, did a review on previously. Wasn't too excited about it. It might work for some people. Joe Smith just wasn't too excited about it. You can get the same thing Harbor Freight now for about $5 cheaper. But everything else also has been perfect. Joe Smith here paid off Amazon all these Osa Tool socket holders. Very, very happy with them. In fact, that's how Joe Smith came across what was Den of Tools and VCG and several other tool guys, and started posting on YouTube in the first place. Joe Smith was not a YouTube poster, not a YouTube guy. Just out looking, seeing what everyone else had for in their toolbox tours for socket holders, to find out what looked like it would work best. And after watching all these videos, Joe Smith decided to go with the Osa Tools socket holders. Pay a couple $100 for these holders. Magnetic, very nice. Could take them up out of the drawer if needed. Could stick them to the truck or the garage door or anything metal, to the drawer or lid or whatever. They hold the sockets in place. They're super duper quality product. Probably one of the best socket holders in Joe Smith's opinion on the market from Osa Tools. So Osa had one product that just wasn't too exciting, but they got lots of other products that are super duper. Highly recommend the company overall. Very, very good customer service as well. Very friendly people. As for the sockets, well, there's a 20-year-old Popular Mechanic from Walmart. Here's some Cobalts. Got some Craftsman in here. A few miscellaneous ones, odds and ends. Here's a 23mm from garage sale or auction or something, where Joe Smith got like a whole bag or box of miscellaneous sockets. 23 millimeters, not too common, not sold, usually sold in sets. Just happen to find an old one in a box. Here's some Stanley that were like on sale at Walmart or something. 22 millimeter Taiwan. Great neck, it looks like. Popular Mechanics from Walmart. Cobalt. These with all the blue stripes are Cobalts. That's S&K. Got some S&K sockets. Some Craftsman sockets. Just kind of been finding stuff on garage sales and auctions over the years, and kind of built some sets that way, and bought some new Cobalt ones that were on sale. Got some extra Cobalt sets here when they're on clearance for like half price or something. Only socket Joe Smith ever broke, or no, there's been a couple. Yeah, there's been a couple. There's been a few no-name ones, and there's been a Craftsman one. And there's one, no, there's a Cobalt one. Yeah, one Cobalt one. But that one was the impact socket and got stuck on what Joe Smith was trying to get loose to the bolt head, and Joe Smith ended up using the torch on it to get it off, and ended up damaging a bit with the torch. But went and got replacement Harbor Freight pretty cheap. Got some Harbor Freight impact sockets down here. Work just fine. Open box items from Harbor Freight. Stuff that Joe Smith don't use too much. Solid, cheap enough. Good enough for how often it's going to get used. If Joe Smith was using it every day, then yeah, you might go get a Snap-on set or something like that. But something like that, a few times a year, $20, deal. Not going to complain. More Olsa tool holders, Craftsman, Cobalt stuff. Ratchets, got Craftsman, GM Performance. I think that came from O'Reilly's, some off-brand, no-name generic tool companies probably making it. Just paying GM a licensing fee, slap their name on it. Seriously doubt General Motors made it. Cobalt, got some Pittsburgh from Harbor Freight with $5 off coupon. Another Craftsman. These old Craftsman ones was probably made here locally by Danaher back when Danaher was making Craftsman tools. So not even made by Sears or Craftsman, made by Danaher. And Danaher, after they quit making Craftsman tools, made Cobalt tools for a while. So some of these Cobalt tools might be from Danaher too. Cobalt. Just kind of got a variety, like this one here. You twist the handle to ratchet it. Here's an old Popular Mechanics from Walmart, back when Joe Smith first started out. Didn't have Harbor Freight, never heard of Harbor Freight. Hadn't really heard of Snap-on or Mac or that yet, and definitely didn't have no money to be buying that stuff. Not saying it's bad, not putting it down. They got some nice stuff. Just beyond Joe Smith's budget. But it's been used a heck of a lot over the years. Still use it. No problems. Just fine. So, Walmart tools, Lowe's, Harbor Freight, Sears, made by independent tool companies. And another open box item, don't use too often. Most of these were from auctions. This one found at the racetrack Joe Smith grew up across the street from, and spray painted it back 25 years ago. This red one, 3 orange ones. Well, the orange ones are rigid, the red one's fuller. Got them on auctions. Actually, had one auction, had about a dozen these pipe wrenches in a box, and Joe Smith won it. Pretty cheap too. The other auction pipe wrenches through in the truck was actually on a job site in Oklahoma a few years back, and had something come up unexpected where we need a couple big pipe wrenches. So we got the 3 big ones at the local Lowe's store there in Oklahoma. And when we got back after the job, Joe Smith put them, since they're nice and new, in the drawer at home here. And the other ones took to the mower shop or put in the truck. I had a smaller one in the truck at the time from that auction, but it wasn't big enough for what we needed. And that's the only reason why Joe Smith has some 3 new Cobalt ones in here. Just had an emergency come up, and Lowe's was the only store nearby. And hour and a half away from home. Just went to Lowe's, got what we needed, got the job done. Bam. Yeah, I got Harbor Freight angle grinder too. Picked up for $5 with a coupon back before Christmas. As you can see, Joe Smith's been using a lot of DeWalt grinders over the years. There's a Bosch one down there. Sharpening mower blades, cutting metal, welding, truck beds, trailers, fabricating, lots and lots of grinder usage. All the DeWalt ones been holding up just perfect, just fine. That Bosch was like on auction. The Harbor Freight one Joe Smith just got, only used it a few times so far. Works just as good as them little DeWalt ones. Just as good. Will it last as long? Don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But for $5 you can buy like 20 of them, and if you get a year or two out of it, then that $100 worth of grinders and 20 grinders lasts you like some 40 years. Or buy $100, spend $100 on a big name grinder and hope it lasts you 40 years. The other tools, wrenches, just my assortment, mostly Walmart ones from 20 years ago when Joe Smith first started, or miscellaneous from auctions. Allied, G-Door, Craftsman, G-Door, Popular Mechanics, Craftsman, Task Force, Stanley, more Craftsman, all Popular Mechanics from Walmart. These are Joe Smith's regular daily use wrenches too. In this drawer right here, these are the wrenches that get used the most. In fact, the only reason why I have all these Pittsburgh ones in here, Pittsburgh Pro, and they've been pretty nice here so far, no complaints on them. But the rest of the Popular Mechanics set has either become lost or stolen over the year from employees probably. And just kind of went to Harbor Freight, got Pittsburgh Pro set to replace them. Try them out. They're cheap enough. If they didn't last too long, get something more expensive and a little bit better later. But so far, happy. These are just some longer Pittsburgh wrenches. Didn't think they would probably get used too often. They're a cheap enough price for occasional use that they're going to get used. If Joe Smith breaks one, they got a lifetime warranty. You take it back and get a new one for free. Got some Pittsburgh flare wrenches. Actually broke a different brand or no name. Forget if it was no name or a different brand. I can't think of the name, but broken one or two flare wrenches in the past. Some cheaper ones, but so far no problem out of the two Pittsburgh sets here. Haven't broken none of them yet. Got some stubby Cobalt wrenches that were like on sale or something. No issues with them. Happy. There's some odds and ends wrenches from garage sales and auctions over the years. Some Taiwan Crow's Feet from don't know where, forget. Got some Cobalt. There's a Cobalt one. There's a Craftsman. So yeah, just some miscellaneous stuff from auctions. Joe Smith buys a lot of tools, used tools on auctions. Cobalt. Got some the original Craftsman Robo Grip pliers like these two. Vice Grip and Lowe's. Well, Vice Grip is owned by Stanley Black & Decker. They had this Irwin Vice Grip. But back when this first came out, or Lowe's first had this, they had a deal where if you took in any brand of pliers, they give you one of these for free. Just to get you tried out or that. So Joe Smith took in like a 50-year-old pair of pliers from a garage sale that he paid like 10 cents for and got this for free. The DeWalt Stanley Black & Decker again. Same design, pretty much same thing. They're newer, just got them a couple years back. They've been working great. These Cobalt adjustable pliers, or channel lock style as they call them, originally liked them, but they haven't been holding up long term, and got a couple that won't even stay locked in place and keep slipping at the mower shop. Need to take them back to Lowe's and warranty them out, get them replaced or something. But these Cobalt channel lock style adjustable pliers been kind of okay at first, but turned out to be junk. So maybe they've kind of redesigned them, made them better nowadays. Haven't tried out any new ones yet, but just been using the other ones here from the other company. Again, Walmart, No Name China, DeWalt, Popular Mechanics from Walmart, Cobalt, DeWalt, Cobalt. All been great. The two over here are like some 20 years old. Lots of use. Even this one here. This one's been used as a hammer a lot too. Or banging out metal and stuff and prying on metal to reshape it. This big one gets used for prying on metal and reshaping. Especially mower decks. Hit something and chunk of concrete or edge of driveway and smash it in the mower deck and get out the big Walmart adjustable wrench to bend the mower deck back out. No issues with any of them. They've all been great. Use them a lot. Just kind of depending on what Joe Smith's working on, and got different sizes there. Old Popular Mechanics, Walmart dead blow hammers, Cobalt is on sale. Another Cobalt down there. No name stuff. Just kind of whatever's been on sale. DeWalt tape measure. Burnt through 3 Craftsman tape measures. And they won't even warranty the last one now. Craftsman tape measures, junk. Or at least the older ones. Maybe they're better now. Got like 20 of the Harbor Freight free tape measures laying around. Use them a lot when welding and out on job sites and in the field and at the mower shop. No problems with none of them. None have broke. The employees can't even break them. That's sad. Employees can't even break a Harbor Freight tape measure, and Joe Smith burnt through 3 Craftsman ones with light use. Actually, got 1 Craftsman one. It broke. Took it back. Got warranted. The next one broke shortly after. Took it back. Had warranty. And then that one broke shortly after. Now they won't. Now that Craftsman's or Sears out of business and Black & Decker bought out, they won't warranty it now. Joe Smith's pretty sure if he actually broke a Harbor Freight tape, made sure he could probably get warranty, even the free ones. This guy again, variety of pliers there. Couple from Lowe's, most from Harbor Freight or generic. Some the new DeWalt pliers and Cobalt picks. Had like a $5 free coupon or something at Lowe's. Some giveaway thing, scratch ticket thing or whatever that they're doing, where you text this number or something, and then you have a chance to win these gift certificates. And they had like $100 gift certificates. Joe Smith only won a $5 one. It was Den of Tools, believe it was, that told Joe Smith about that deal in one of his videos. These were like $5 plus tax, so Joe Smith got them free, just had to pay like 50-cent sales tax for them. DeWalt utility knife, got 2 of these. They've been really nice. Couple Cobalt razor blade cutters. Got another set of them out in the mower shop. They've been really nice too. Here's older Craftsman version that they had first, and works just as good. But so you decide. Is Joe Smith a Harbor Freight fanboy that sticks up for Harbor Freight, or is Joe Smith just a conscientious tool buyer that determines how he's going to use the tools, how often he's going to use the tools? It's going to get used every day. It's going to get used once a year. And then buys according to budget and use, or planned usage. Harbor Freight caters to the market. Joe Smith does have a lot of Harbor Freight tools. That's probably Joe Smith's favorite tool store nowadays is Harbor Freight. They do have some really good stuff. They got some stuff, or they used to have stuff. I think overall stuff nowadays is better than what used to be, and keeps improving, getting better quality brands in there. Joe Smith had old Pittsburgh Master Snap Ring kit. Broke like 3 of them. Took the 3 broken ones in to just get those replaced. They said, well, if you broke 3 in the set, go ahead and bring the whole set in. We'll give you a whole new set. A few days later, Joe Smith went back, took the whole Pittsburgh set back in. We looked everywhere trying to find it for like half an hour. Decided that, or found out that they didn't carry that set no more. They didn't have Pittsburgh snap rings no more. All they had was Icon for snap ring pliers. So they gave Joe Smith the Icon set for free, which was like twice or 3 times as much as what the Pittsburgh set was. So Joe Smith broke like 3 pliers from this older cheap set and got one that cost twice or 3 times as much for free to replace them. And Joe Smith came and get his third broken Craftsman tape measure warranty from Sears or Lowe's or Craftsman. So Harbor Freight's been good to Joe Smith. Joe Smith has gotten a Craftsman socket replaced before without questions. First tape measure was replaced without question. The second one they threw a fit over and said that the tape measures didn't have lifetime warranties anymore. And Joe Smith argued that, well, when this one was purchased, it had a lifetime warranty. And then after arguing with the guy at Sears for 20 minutes, they finally gave him a free one. And now they refuse to warranty that one out now that it broke. But yeah, Joe Smith broke a few tools from Harbor Freight. Most of the time it's because Joe Smith was exceeding the normal intended use for them. I still got them warranted, replaced, no questions asked. If it was part of kit, they said bring the whole kit in. No questions asked. That's why Joe Smith likes Harbor Freight. Joe Smith broke a brand new Lowe's ratchet that was only a few months old. Lowe's did warranty that without questions. It was part of a set. Joe Smith just had the ratchet, not the whole set, so they took one out of the set. And then Joe Smith asked them about buying the sockets from the set, remaining sockets for like half price, since the set was now missing the ratchet, or for 25% or 75% off, something like that. But they gave the rest of the sockets in from that set that they took the replacement ratchet from at Lowe's, and gave Joe Smith a really cheap price on them. So Lowe's has been pretty good too. It's just, and Lowe's said they would like to replace or warranty that Craftsman tape measure, but they said that they've replaced several already, and Stanley Black & Decker will not reimburse them. And that's the only reason why Lowe's said that they couldn't warranty or replace that tape measure, because Stanley Black & Decker wouldn't reimburse them, and hasn't on several others that they had already warrantied out. So not a Lowe's issue there. So not trying to put down Lowe's. They've been a pretty good store too for tools. They got decent stuff for average person, DIY guy, entry-level mechanics. Good stuff at Lowe's. Good stuff at Harbor Freight. Again, especially if you're just like a DIY guy, weekend guy, starting out guy, not much money, young guy. Most stuff at Harbor Freight, nothing wrong with it. It'll get you started. When you make more money, you have more business or more customers, you can always upgrade. Add to your tool collection. Sell off the old stuff. And buy the Snap-on then. When you can afford to. But if you're just starting out, yeah, Snap-on, Mac, good stuff. Nothing wrong with it. Joe Smith thinks it's a little overpriced because they're marking it up, and then the franchise owner that drives the tool truck, he marks it up even more then, so he make his money. So it's like, do you want to send the truck driver to his kids to college, or you want to send your kids to college? If you're going to be using those wrenches all day long, 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, then going with those Snap-on ones, or Mac or Matco or S&K or whatever, might be the best idea for you. It might be a wise choice to go with them then, if you're using them all day, every day. If you just need a wrench to change your oil on your car once a year, go to Walmart or Harbor Freight or something and get a kit for $10. It'll do just fine for what you need it. Same with the grinders. Yeah, if you're going to be running them all day, every day, doing metal fabricating, Might want to go with DeWalt or the Bosch or the Milwaukee or whatever. But if you just need something to sharpen the blade on your push mower, to mow your yard at home a couple times a year, get the $5 one at Harbor Freight. It'll last you a lifetime using it 2 or 3 times a year. It'll probably last you a lifetime using it a couple times a month even. Might even last you a lifetime using it a couple times a week. It'll be good enough for what you use it for. Real quick, a couple other things. Yeah, of course, 3M mask for virus protection and automotive paint. Been really nice, really good product. 3M has some good stuff. Got a Cobalt paint gun here. There's a piece inside here. It's kind of become brittle and cracked and broke over the years, especially from acetone contact and that. Try and clean it. It was plastic. $100-something paint gun. Got this Pittsburgh Pro, or well, not Pittsburgh, but Central United Pro from Harbor Freight for half the price. That same part in here is brass. Won't have to worry about it getting brittle and breaking from cleaning it with acetone. So there you go. Something from Harbor Freight, made better quality materials than something that costs twice as much from Lowe's. Same quality job. Joe Smith here ain't painting Ferraris, but painting old toolboxes or tractor, trailer, truck beds, and mower decks and tools or whatever. The Central Pneumatic from Harbor Freight, good enough. Get your technique down and do a good clear coat. Maybe get Eastwood or something to do your clear coat with, or their new Spider whatever series it's called. Haven't looked at them, but haven't tried them yet, but they look nice. But you can always use cheaper ones from Harbor Freight. In fact, Joe Smith's got the purple one from Harbor Freight. He uses for the primer, and uses this for the paint, and got Eastwood, uses for the clear coat. Do your clear coat good, and wet sand and buff and polish and all that, and it'll turn out looking nice, like you use Seda or something to do it. It's all in the technique and the settings and the paint you use and all that, and making sure your surface clean to begin with when you're painting. So you can do good quality work with Harbor Freight paint guns, even the older, cheaper ones. Here's what Joe Smith uses them for: painting transmission bell housings and transmissions and motors and tools and stuff. So don't need to be perfect. Don't need to spend $1,000 on a paint gun to paint something that's going to go underneath a 25-year-old Ranger. Harbor Freight guns work good enough. Got this 20-year-old Developus brad nailer and stapler. Don't know what this is, but it was all inside of here, like it's insulation or something. Brittle, breaking apart. Seals leaking. Company is owned by Stanley Black & Decker now. Called them up. Said that it was discontinued like 10 years ago, this model, and they don't have seal kit or parts or anything for it, so can't even fix this now. It's junk now. I go Harbor Freight and get a cheap one. If it lasts 10 years and they don't have parts for it anymore, well, don't got the money's worth out of it. But something like this, Joe Smith don't use too much. fact, it's probably been about 10 years since Joe Smith got this out, so why spend $500 or something on something you're only going to use once every 10 years? Go Harbor Freight and spend $50 and use it a couple times a year. You get your money's worth. So not trying to stand up for Harbor Freight or anyone, not trying to promote any particular brand here. Joe Smith's just got a large variety. Joe Smith's even got Milwaukee saw and stuff from Northern Tool. The Grip, MIT, which is like Tecton now. Just been kind of getting whatever is affordable over the years and just kind of buying stuff as needed or as find deals. So don't run out and spend a ton of money on tools. Just kind of buy stuff as you need or as you find a deal or that. And if you are a professional contractor, construction guy, handyman, mechanic, technician, whatever, that's using that tool all day, every day, then yes, you may want to invest a little bit more money into a little bit higher end brand name tool. But then again, you're making $40 to $100 an hour. A guy working at McDonald's making $10 an hour that just wants to change his oil on the weekends, like a couple times a year in his car so he can get to work. He can get by with a $10 rent set from Harbor Freight or Walmart. But that's been Joe Smith's opinion. So you decide if Joe Smith is Harbor Freight fanboy or not. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone has a good week coming up. Be kind to everyone. Joe Smith signing out.